Yeah, it's Roxrite representing Renegades, Squadron, and Red Bull BC1 All Stars. Well, traveling to me is like kind of like a great thing for anybody, because it's like you get to experience life, you get to experience all these different cultures, you get to experience the way people live, and then you also experience their perspective. You learn their perspective, you learn their views, the way they are, and why they dance the way they dance. So to me, it's very valuable, and I cherish it very much because, when I was young, I would have never imagined that I would be traveling the world doing what I love to do. So now that I do have that opportunity, I got to remember why I have that opportunity and how I got that opportunity. So, some people take that shit for granted, and like I've been traveling for like 8 years now, since 2003, and I still I still remember why like I love it and the traveling part, what it means to me. So yeah, man, to me it's dope. It can get tiring, but once you're there, you forget about being tired. Well, a good jam is when you have people there. Like, to me, a good jam is when people are just dancing and having a good time. Like when they're battling in circles, they're challenging each other, and they're learning at the same time. So it's like, to me, it's just dope music, dope b-boys, just dope atmosphere. So to me, that's a dope jam. Well, to me as a b-boy, longevity is a very important thing. I think it gets overshadowed by quick fame. Like a lot of kids, they just wanna get that plane ticket or win those battles, and then they forget that people get tired of you sometimes. Like you win a battle and then you're like the shit, and then the next minute the next kid is just like you because he's the next shit. So they forget about you fast. So I think that understanding how to like keep progressing is very important, and that's where like real b-boys will always stand out, because they will always find a way to come up new, or refresh themselves, kind of like reset themselves. Whereas other b-boys, it's like a lot of them do competitions, and that's where you can tell the difference between a competition b-boy and a b-boy that's just a b-boy. Because the b-boy that's just a b-boy, like I said, is gonna always re-innovate. While the guy that competes a lot, he's gonna continue to just do the tricks that he's been doing to try and continue to win those battles. So that, I think, is like within yourself, you feel it. You wanna like be creative. Well, at least for me. So with longevity, it's very important that you always have to recreate yourself. You always have to try and come out with new things, but also knowing when to battle and when not to battle is very important. Sometimes cats may put their name on the line and they ain't ready, and they're only doing it because they're paying them for an exhibition or something, and then this kid is coming mad hungry at you and you don't even know that he's that ready for you. So you get took out, and then it is your reputation that is on the line in the end. So whether it's a cypher battle, whether it's an exhibition, a competition, you still have that reputation to maintain. So I think longevity, you have to know how to control and manage yourself. Outside of b-boying, I mean, right now my life has been so overwhelmed with just b-boying and all the stuff I've been doing, so it takes up almost all my time. But I mean, I'm into like videography and learning a bit of photography as well now. But video editing, I've been learning since like I tried doing it like when I graduated high school, which was 2000, and then I actually did some stuff at a junior college, like a little bit of editing and stuff and broadcasting. So I learned a little bit, and then as I started being able to afford things, I started buying equipment and stuff like that. So that's something I like to do on the side. Also, maybe eventually like get into like opening like a community center spot for b-boys to dance and all that stuff. So other things. I mean, it all revolves around what I love to do, but I think that's for the future. Well, the originality to me is one of the most important parts, because that's what's going to give you your signature in b-boying. It's like just like your fingerprint. Everybody's different. So in b-boying, if I don't have that original approach or that original concept within the b-boy format, I think I think that it loses like a bit of touch. Like you really have to like try and push that and try to at least have one or two original moves. That's what's gonna stand out. So you gotta really try and have that in your b-boying. Originality is very important. For me, what keeps me motivated or inspired to keep trying to innovate is just through battling, and even just through dance itself, and just the way I see the culture and the way I grew up learning it. then that's like the way it's always been for me. It's always about trying to come out, what's next, what's new, what's this, you know, like you try to come up with new things. And also knowing that everybody does the same move, that helps me a lot, because then I can do the move that nobody's doing. You know, so that's a way to be original too, you know. I mean, you can't say that we create everything. I like to use the word more like innovate, because it's like a lot of us get inspired by different things, and the way you do it is what makes it yours. So, you know, I think that that's where you gotta know how to separate your inspiration when you try to be like somebody, and then how to be yourself. So. Oh, it was dope, man. Yeah, I had a good time. Circle Prinz was dope. Circle Prinz Finland was ill. They did a great job with everything. Felt just like a party, you know, which is dope, because it had the b-boy part to it, and then after that it turned into like a party. So it was fresh, man. Those are the kind of jams that you remember more. Yeah, shout outs to Flomo for bringing me out here. Shout outs to Amjad for having Circle Prinz, even though it's your last one, Circle Kings. Shout out to Biggest and Baddest, to Renegades, my family, everybody, you know what I'm saying? I'll see y'all soon. Peace.